All right, guys. Hey, welcome to another episode of BeanTown Banter and Bullshit. I'm here with Lincoln TF, Tom Fleming. How are you today, Tom? There he is.
I'm doing great.
He's on point tonight. So, guys, we want to shout out a few things before we get started here. Obviously, our lead sponsor here, Flats Landscaping. Check him out. He's been around for years. He's going to work hard for you. He's on the head of our blog page you can check out that's posted every week after these. So take a look at that. Also, head out to North Brookfield, 23 Summer Street in North Brookfield. Four Seasons Nutrition. Go see Sarah. They do the shakes and the teas. You're going to have your energy you need all day without the energy drinks. Also, go check out Twitch's Nutrition. They're out in Barrie at 12 Exchange Street. Same kind of idea that, these guys grew up together. They're running the same gig, teas, and all that protein you need to for the day without, you're not going to crash like the energy drink. So keep them in mind. We want to welcome you again tonight. Tom, we got a few guests already on the way with us here tonight. So this is going to be a good one. First, we'll bring on, as always, our right-hand man there, Kevin Lenahan. Can you hear us, Kev?
Yep. Oh, I see a start video. Hold on. All right, I'm in.
Kevin is in. We are going to bring on Dave Kenny, otherwise known as Whitey, but I don't even know if it's politically correct. I don't even care. But this is our boy fucking Whitey right here. And
Okay.
And we got Mike Moen, as always, the original Shamrock Holmes, the OG. I'm two. There's one. Michael.
Mike, always love seeing you, Mike. Always love seeing
Yep.
Always a pleasure, gentlemen. Always a pleasure.
Get the week after week, you're getting the Clinton Portis fucking award. Yeah. That is a Clinton Portis outfit. If I have ever seen it in my life, I love it.
This is the old school throwback, the Ben Coates.
Ben Coates.
Oh, Ben Coates, man. I mean, up until the time of Ben Coates, there was no Ben Coates, really. Like a tight end who was that effective offensively. Maybe
Russ Francis.
But say again.
Russ Francis.
There you go. There's always got to be one historic guy. And I remember Russ from the Raiders, right?
No, from the Patriots. From the Patriots.
Yep.
Oh, he's on the Patriots too. But now Ben Coates, he was a offensive weapon as a tight end. Absolutely one of my favorites back in the time when we didn't win shit. When you had to look for people who were good because you knew you ain't gonna win shit.
Yep.
So,
the one in 15 years.
yes, but you had Ben Coates.
They went to a Super Bowl though, too.
Yeah, the Bledsoe Super Bowl.
Yeah.
He went to the one we lost to Green Bay, right?
Yep.
Desmond Howard burned us.
What about Desmond Howard?
He burned
Yeah,
us.
the big return. He killed us with that return.
Oh, all right. Oh, yes, he did. Yes, he did. I'm like, no, fucking tight
He
end.
acted like an asshole when he scored the touchdown, too. He fucking stepped into the end zone like a dickhead. I hate him. I hate Desmond Howard. The Rocket, right?
No, Rocket Ismail.
Rocket Ismail, that's right.
At the same time, Desmond,
That's
or roughly around the same time.
Yeah.
And maybe they vied for the Heisman, or they
That's
were
right. That's right.
era. So it would have been late 80s. Would have been late 80s.
Yep. I love those Bledsoe years, man. I love that jersey. That was a Ty Law, Lloyd Malloy. When they first changed over logos, I mean, that team sucked, but whatever. I love Drew Bledsoe.
I hated it when they changed the logos, but now I love it.
Yeah.
You know, they've done nothing but win with that logo. So
Yep.
I know it's funny with Drew Bledsoe because I was a huge fan, but he had just signed that $100 million contract the year that he got knocked out and Brady came in. And then he was in Buffalo. He was in Buffalo the next year, or I believe it was the next year.
This is also, I think this is the second time, but it's an appropriate time to reference it. The fight that I had with my friend Jesse. Kev, you remember Jesse?
Yeah, he was a good kid. Yeah.
Yeah. In the middle
wait a
of
minute, not Jesse Prada. We're not talking about Jesse.
No. No, my buddy Jesse, right? There was maybe 5 people in the entire Blarney Stone, and we were in the back corner, back by where all the softball trophies used to be and all that. And Tony was bartending, and me and Jesse are sitting there talking, discussing. Well, he looks at me and, I'll actually give you the ending. He walked out backwards, giving me the middle finger all the way out the door. All the way out, and I was smiling. I didn't even move. We were like, I was kind of laughing. I didn't believe that he took it that serious. He went out all the way out, and Tony's like, "Hey, what the hell was that all about?" I said, "You fucking said that Drew Bledsoe should have been at the parade." He's like, "What?" I said, "He told me that Drew Bledsoe had an obligation to the fans to be at that parade." I said, "No fucking way he didn't. That dude had the most class I've ever seen anybody hand their job over to." And he came in, did his job, threw a touchdown in that playoff game, never said a word, was humble, never said a bad word about Brady, never, I don't know. Obviously, he couldn't say a bad word, but he didn't owe it to be at the parade. Why? He didn't. I mean, the guy probably had to be embarrassed. He had his job taken from him, and they just ran through the Super Bowl. He did lose that Green Bay Super Bowl, so he's got a chip on his shoulder as it is. But
if you go back and watch that video, when Brady's like, "I told you I'd get you here. I told you I'd get you here."
I don't know what, when he tapped him on the shoulder at the podium.
Bledsoe swallowed his pride.
He said,
so I think it's a fucking idiotic take that him not being there trying to steal the thunder.
Right,
because he's been our favorite for the last 5-6 years.
I think
that's a stupid take. I don't know where he came with that one.
Thank you. I noticed who stayed at the bar that night. That's a win. But look at Bledsoe he ran on. He had a decent career for a few years after he left. He was the best hope.
He was the best hope the Patriots had for decades. We got him throwing 3,500, 4,500 yards a great You know what I mean? We hadn't had a guy like that in years. It wasn't.
Super Bowl.
It's
without
huge.
Desmond Howard, Brett Favre never even has a Super Bowl win.
You really are obsessed with Desmond Howard, huh?
Yeah, Desmond.
Yeah, because he's
a big fan of
us.
Michigan. Is that what I'm gathering here? I paid more attention to Howard when he's in college than it was in the pros.
Mike, that was actually my favorite moment of any fucking Super Bowl ever that the Patriots won ever. When they're at the podium, that's my favorite Tom Brady moment. And when he tapped him on the shoulder and did that, it looked like he said, "We fucking did it." Like, I don't think that could be misconstrued, because the way that he said that he said, "I told you I would get here." He should have. If someone said that to me, I'd have a little hair across my ass. But I felt he was really celebrating. Tom Brady was like a little kid after that. He was so excited for everyone. He fucking. I felt like I always wondered about that moment. That's why I'm picking it out, because I thought that was awesome. He really, and Bledsoe looked at him like, yeah. I mean, he wasn't celebrating the same way, but he was in his feelings. I thought it was great.
Brady was a kid at that point. Really?
Yeah, unreal. That's what we love about him, though. That's what we love about him. So
and
Tom,
speaking of Bledsoe, like Terry Glenn,
Terry Ecstasy Glenn, R.I.P. He died last year, right? Was that?
Yes, he did.
Yep. Ohio State. She's coming along fine. That's what Parcells said, right?
She's coming along fine.
Yeah, she's coming along fine. Those are the things that go through my head when I think of hear Terry Glenn. I love it.
Well, speaking of Belichick, a topic I was discussing with it's a known topic now anyway, but the Brady Belichick dynasty, like who was really responsible for the success?
As of right now, Brady has the edge.
I agree.
Brady has the edge right now. Belichick comes back and wins it this year. That's a different,
Which he won't, but.
Oh, man. I don't know. Who fucking knows? I hope so. I really do.
I find that the least interesting topic.
About this year?
I mean Brady versus Belichick.
Yeah.
It's never been a competition between the two, so it's foolish to
Well,
compare them. Would Brady have been as good without Belichick? Would Belichick won as many championships without Brady? I mean, aren't they like? It's a mesh. It's not a clash.
The answer,
Yeah.
is both ways. The answer is yes, both ways. The answer is no, both ways.
Yeah. So to me, I've always found
the
that.
point of the topic is that Brady left and won his first year without him.
I missed what you said, Mike Mullen.
Brady left for Tampa and won a ring his first year solo without Belichick.
Antonio Brown, Gronk, fucking.
That's not the same thing. I mean, that's not an A comparison. That's an A to B, C comparison. You know, you're gonna build a team around them.
It's not realistic.
Well, it's like Phil Jackson going from Chicago with Jordan to LA with Kobe and
LeBron.
Shaq.
Shaq.
Yeah.
Yeah, but in football, I don't think it works that way. Certainly it doesn't work that way immediately. In basketball, it does. Absolutely. You insert a Shaq onto your team or LeBron or an MJ or whatever onto your team. Yeah, you're obviously going to jump up, 20% in the standings, 30% in the standings.
Guys, the way I see it,
That's what I was waiting for.
80% Brady. He took a pay cut every single year for the team to get better players. He's the one passing the ball, but 80%, Belichick don't have that many trophies. Definitely. Brady would have more, not more than Belichick if Belichick wasn't there. 80% Brady.
So you think if he had a shitbag coach? All right, Dave. Do you think if Brady had a shitbag coach, like one of these random 2 years?
He has one now.
Jets, all right.
Belichick's a good defensive-minded coach. Brady was the offense. Belichick was the defense, but Brady gave them the chance to have the defense, taking pay cuts all his years. He took pay cuts all his years. He could have been the highest paid player in sports. He was a team player. 80% Brady. That's my pick on that.
I agree.
All right. I would put it 60-40 in the favor of Brady. Maybe. Like not 50-50, yeah, because Brady is a once in a generation talent. Almost he couldn't fuck up no matter who he had as a coach. He almost couldn't. But
I think I'm with you, Tom. I'm with
You
you.
don't hear a lot about Wes Welker either, though. He did a lot for them teams when he was on that team.
Yeah, Wes Welker.
You don't hear a lot about him, though.
Well, because you don't talk a lot about him. I talk about Adam Vinatieri. I mean, who talks about kickers? I mean, we know Adam Vinatieri is a hero, but without him, we lose 2 of them. Without Malcolm Butler, a fucking scrub on the fucking defense, we don't win.
And that's all the time. Brady put time in with his offense. He did it off season with him. Brady did off season with him when Brady put time into it. Took less money. He's the main man. He's the main man in that whole dynasty. Definitely.
He is. He's the main man, and he would have been on any franchise. Like, I don't care if it's fucking the Dallas dickweed or the old fucking Chicago fucking guy. I don't care who the fucking head coach is. Tom Brady was fantastic.
They should have made him the highest paid. They should have made him the highest paid player right off the fucking bat when they said make him the highest paid player, and he still would have took a cut.
Yeah, I'm not worried about Tom Brady's
retiring.
They insulted him. I'm glad when he did what he's doing. I hope he wins another one this year.
I'm glad that he did what he did, but I don't think he was insulted. I don't think he takes it that way.
No, he just wasn't appreciated as where he should have been. The guy's definitely why they're their dynasty.
Right, he
80%.
fucking earned it.
80%. No
Yeah.
doubt.
Maybe Andy
All right.
Reid will retire and then Belichick can take over the Chiefs.
Fuck the Chiefs. But
When they
Well, I
call him the
think-
baby goat, like fucking. bleh.
It's gonna be fucking hard for them to repeat. I mean, but they got the talent. They got the talent to do it.
they'll repeat. There's no doubt. I mean, if we don't come up with something, look at Aaron Rodgers doesn't have a home yet. I'm not real convinced that he ain't coming in either. Oh, somebody's gonna know him. He's not
Yeah,
going
you
back
never
to Green
know.
Bay.
Kansas City's there. Kansas City's right there. There's no doubt.
The Browns are gonna be good too.
Kansas City's gonna be there. They're
Yeah.
gonna be hunting. They're gonna be hunting. They want that new dynasty. They're gonna be there.
Yep. All right. So what we got? So Dave and Mike, I'm gonna take you guys off for 1 sec. Me and Tom have a
you
head
go.
we're gonna do quick. We'll bring you guys right back on after we do this. Tom,
Yeah, right here. What are we up to?
you know what time it is, my man. Fantasy top 5.
Oh, all right. I didn't know we were cutting people out.
This is
All
what
right,
we're doing right
well,
now. We'll go back.
all
We'll
right.
better go back to him. We
All
got,
right. So, all right. We haven't set up the format for it, which I was trying to do earlier. So I want Christian McCaffrey. He's going to get me more points. Who do you want?
we're gonna do this. We'll do the format first. The format will go basic: 1 quarterback, 2 running backs, 2 receivers, a tight end, a defense, and a kicker. Basic.
All right. We're not doing that tonight. I have not done a full
What?
lineup.
Yeah, that's as basic as you can go. I mean, McCaffrey's not a bad format. I mean,
Well,
it's not
we're
bad.
both going to take Kelsey. We're both going to
Yeah.
take, I think,
No,
like, for your,
not our top 5 picks. So McCaffrey's not bad. I think I'm taking a quarterback number 1 no matter what I get. Every year I take Mahomes. I'm sticking with Mahomes if I get number 1. Number 2 has to be really McCaffrey's not a bad number 2. I don't think. He's either 1A or 1B. Third running back. I mean, it's tough. You got people that are going to come in. Who knows what Michael Thomas is going to come back and do this year? He's not anywhere near the top 5, but other quarterbacks, like who else? Brady? Is Brady going up to the top this year again? I took him way early in one of mine last year, and I don't know. I'd probably go with Brady if I had a 2 quarterback league this year, but he's going to have stats all day long.
all right, I gotta not step away. I just gotta respond to this right now. Hang on.
We'll bring those guys back on. I know Mike had a fucking.
Yeah, I think we should be a little, fuck
Mike, can you
me.
hear me?
Where are you?
Yeah, I can hear you. Can
Mike,
you hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you. If you get the number 1 overall pick this year in fantasy football in a basic format, right? 1 quarterback, 2 running back, 2 receivers, tight end, defense, and kicker. Who's your number 1 pick? A PPR. There is no fantasy football unless it's PPR. Let's get that. That's where our podcast is.
Ryan Tannehill,
Number 1 overall?
number 1 overall.
Fucking, that's worse than Geno Smith. Jesus
No.
Christ.
He was,
Right.
he was, he
Come
was
on.
better than Mahomes. He was better than Mahomes last year, stat-wise.
If you look up his stats,
I did the stupid mock drafts today, and I'm looking at him. I'm like, how the fuck is that possible?
Yeah, bananas.
All right,
Now they-
all right, all right.
Now they add Julio Jones to the mix.
What's up?
They add Julio Jones to the mix. They got AJ Brown. They lost Johnny Smith, but I mean, who really cares? I'd love to have Mahoney on tonight. He'd have some input.
I know.
Oh, he's our Tennessee boy, right? Our
Yeah,
Tennessee
yeah.
guy.
Yep.
Where's he money?
I sent him the link. He said he's gonna come on. He's gonna start coming on towards fantasy. You know, Look at that's only a month and a half away now. There's only
I can't wait. I can't wait to give my money away to DraftKings.
I don't mess with DraftKings on fantasy all day long. I'd love to do DraftKings, but it's like playing the numbers game. Especially
You
I
just
like
do
basketball.
you just do private leagues? Like,
Yeah, pretty much. We're gonna have one here tonight. That's what me and Tom were discussing earlier. We're gonna start a Shamrock League. You know, no entry fee. We'll put out some prizes, and we'll make it competitive. I think that'll be good. So anybody that wants to get in on that, private message me, Lincoln.
yeah, I'm down for it for sure.
We'll get it done. We'll probably do a 12-man league. I'd say 12 is good enough. I think that's good.
I guess
Anything more than that, it's too much.
Yeah, I think the idea would be we do a 12-man Yahoo, including me, you, and you. Like, I don't see Dave on now, but Kev, Dave, Mike Moen, Mike Sell, me. So that's 6, 5, whatever the fuck it is. And then a couple of the regulars. And yeah, it won't cost you anything to join, but the winner gets $50. Second place 25. Third place gets 15. And last place sucker gets 10. Me and Mike will just put it up. It's just for tiny dollars, but it's, to me, that's more fun than the ones where I'm invested in, where it's hundreds of dollars just to get in the league. And then you worry.
Bragging rights. Bragging rights is better than money.
Yes, bragging rights are more important to me, honestly. They are, but these leagues, they grow. You know how it is. People get older, more money, and all of a sudden, no, it needs to be $500 a guy. Like, fuck you. But
I'm involved in a few big ones, so we'll see. I know. I said I'm involved in a few big ones this year, so we got the Blondie Stone Family League, which is 17 years deep now. I think we'll be talking about that a lot this year. The Shamrock first ever champion will be named this year, so I look forward to that, man. I look forward to all that.
That'll be a lot of
Shamrock
fun.
champion. You're right. Somebody will win. Somebody will eventually win.
First annual. Yep. We're looking into putting an event together too. Just get everyone together, like a tent event, some kind of pop-up. We'll get some live music and just jam out for a day, have everybody there. I think it'll be a good idea.
That'll be a blast.
We got some decent connections for music around, so it'll be something decent, that's for sure.
It sounds fun.
Speaking on that real quick, did you see Join is having that outdoor party at the Palladium? I think it's August 3rd or something like that.
Yeah, he's around. There's a lot of good stuff this summer. I'm glad concerts coming back. That's the main thing, and full sporting events like crowd.
All right. Well, you just mentioned this summer, which means I have to segue into how are we going to handle the Olympics. Mike Moen, you're a guy. I don't know your opinion on the Olympics yet, but I know you're a sports fan. What is your view on the Olympics? Will you watch? Will you tell me? What is your opinion on the Olympics?
I love the Olympics. I'm definitely gonna watch.
Me too. I do too.
I think it's gonna be strange because they did come out and say there's gonna be no fans allowed.
That fucking annoys the shit out of me. But yeah, I saw the same thing. I kept
It's gonna
hoping.
be fucking weird, like with no fans.
Yeah.
So strange.
But
because of the COVID shit that's going on over there now, they're in like fucking quarantine and lockdown and shit. Like,
oh, fuck them. You know what? You're fucking Japan. Figure it out. You made a watch the size of a nickel fucking 30 years ago. Figure out how to fucking get over it. It pisses me off. I think it's the IOC more than Japan, but I have issues with the IOC anyway. But I have always loved the Olympics. I'm going to watch every event I can.
I've always been super involved in watching the Olympics. I love winter and summer. Like, I love watching the swimming. I love watching gymnastics to snowboarding to you name it. I love watching all of it.
Yeah, I mean, the track and field, it becomes, I mean, like, it's not like I know these people's names right now, but I swear to God, within like a week of the Olympics starting, or like 3 or 4 days, you'll know who do we have who could challenge the Jamaican in the 100 meters, or the 50 meters, or the 400 meters, or the relay, you know, and then you get into it, or at least I do. I don't know how many people have like tuned it out, but I've never tuned it out. I've always thought it's probably one of the
No,
It's
even because
enjoyable.
one of my really close friends, like we watched the prelims and the whole fucking nine, like seeing who's up and coming, and it's exciting. Like being a sports fan, like if you can't get into the Olympics, like this is like the fucking the biggest stage on the planet as far as athletes go,
Yeah,
and there's
and
some real
especially-
fucking athletes.
Yeah, and these are real athletes, and they're in sports that we're not going to watch on TV. You're never going to watch the hammer throw. You're never going to like, let me set up a day. Like, oh, we're going to have a Super Bowl party. Oh, well, let's have a fucking javelin party. You know, you don't have that. It
Right.
never fucking happens. But-
We just named the first Shamrock event, bro. The first ever javelin challenge. Come through, watch it for a day, see how. Yeah. Nobody does that. That's funny.
No, you don't. But
Right.
it's
right.
fun. It's 2 weeks every 4 years in the summer. Now they've rotated them, so in 2 years we'll get winter. I said weeks, not years, but you know what I mean. They used to be both in the same year, right? Now they break them up, and it's a little different, so you get them a little more often. And of course, this year was pushed off by COVID, blah blah blah. But believe me, I'm going to watch every bit of it I can, and I hope to be commenting on it on this podcast.
Listen, it would have been way better if you were live from Tokyo, but we'll accept
No
that.
shit. No shit.
Well, I
Believe
don't
me.
know if you guys saw. Did you guys see?
I've got plans for Paris, and my wife has already said no problem. We can go to Paris in, I think it's 2026. I think it is. So I'm clear to go. I won't be getting paid by any network or anything like the old streaming services.
Yeah.
But yeah, we're going. We're going.
Did you guys see the thing about the NCAA, where
What?
so players that are recruited and will get paid money, basically their lawyers are going to sue the NCAA to ensure that they are able to get paid for whether it's, jerseys or whatever.
Oh yeah. Oh, I know. Yeah. As far as like the identity, being able to profit off the identity. Yeah, and I've always felt that was a good middle ground as opposed to making them professionals. Because the minute you start paying them, then they're employees, and then they're going to unionize, and then they're not going to play whoever they don't want to play.
Yeah,
and they're going to go from Indiana to Notre Dame to Michigan to Ohio State, or whoever's going to offer them more.
Right.
Well, they're
If-
saying it may be the downfall of the NCAA. Period.
Yeah, of course.
I think it is. I think it is the first step into the downfall of the NCAA.
the NCAA is the most corrupt organization other than the mob in the entire world, or our government. I mean, really.
Or to Tom's point, the IOC is probably the most corrupt.
Yeah, the IOC is worse. They
Yeah.
are far worse. They do it on
Totally, yep.
a national scale.
Yep.
But
Absolutely
again,
correct.
what I think is dishonest about the claims from the players is that they've gotten no compensation. If you want to go to Wake Forest, a mid to low level ACC team in most sports that aren't tennis or golf, but it's 15 minutes away from my house, so I see their baseball, football, and basketball all the time. Dude, none of them deserve to be paid. You know what I mean? They're nowhere near as good as Zion Williamson. They're nowhere near as good as some of these other ones. So how do you level that out without just destroying the entire structure? And now it's a bunch of semi-pro teams where there's no team loyalty, so there'll be no money. I mean, the only reason people watch UNC baseball or Wake Forest football is because they're fans, they're alumni, they're donors. Dude, once those become semi-pro, they'll be garbage, and and they'll die. Those programs will die.
Well,
And those-
speaking on baseball, how about Otani? I didn't realize. I heard today. He has the most home runs ever in a season as a Japanese player,
Yeah.
and it's only
Yes,
halfway through.
yeah. Mike told me that earlier. I had not seen that stat, but
I
that's
checked
true.
it out. Matsui was I think Matsui had 31. So Matsui
He had
was-
31. Yeah.
Yeah. I told you I knew I didn't look it up. I thought Matsui would be the only other one that would be, but he's on a pace like no other. He's on, I mean,
Oh, he's next level shit. Like,
yeah. It's good to see. And he fouled the ball off his foot and played through it last night. Where, I want to see toughness along with all this extra shit too. And it seems like he's that guy. He's a big dude too. Solid. He looks
I
like,
know.
I mean, it's a Mike Trout body with him, pretty much. Like, I like the Angels, not last night, not when they're playing the Sox, but I
I know the Sox have a legit chance. They really do. They have a
Yeah.
legit chance this year.
Yeah, Shohei, he's one of those guys I look at that is shining so bright. I almost dread looking at his reports the next morning that he's gonna fuck up or get hurt or something, because it can't go on for years, right?
Right.
And if he does, then that's even more amazing. But giving just this season, he is obviously top notch. Beyond, I mean, literally touching Babe Ruth's records. I mean, if you touch those records, you're in the stratosphere. But I wonder if 5 years from now we'll be saying that.
Right.
I hope.
That's the thing with a lot of these breakout players. Like a lot of them, it's like a flash in the in the pan.
That's what I'm afraid of a little bit.
But we'll see.
I don't think with this guy. I think now the Red Sox. Have you followed them this week? And you guys want to discuss this week? I know they're still in first, right?
Yeah.
Yeah,
They're
I saw
still
the
first.
score and the highlights. I didn't watch the.
Yeah. I think
Yeah.
we're getting close to
Well,
all
like they were
time.
talking about today, like how like Erod, how it's not panning out. But I mean, the bullpen's been great, but can they sustain the second half of the season? We'll see.
They got a good farm team to pick through here in Worcester, that's for sure. They're definitely deep, and they're all playing together. I love it. Devers, I hope he's a Red Sox for life. I hope Xander's probably going to be now, if you think about it. Those guys having first two Red Sox to make the All-Star, start the game from the left
Yeah,
side.
I mean, Xander's really the face of the team now.
Yeah,
And
you're right. I mean, he's solid. JD's that guy. I mean, Devers.
I love JD. I
Yeah,
love JD.
JD 's
I
a
love
monster.
Xander too, but JD, I love the fact that we got him and he stuck with us.
I
I
hope
really
he stays.
at
Yeah.
the point when they're going to be getting Chris Sale back at if he can get back healthy to a prime time in the season,
Chris
they're going to
Sale-
be trouble. They're going to be
Chris
trouble
Sale's-
with the team.
I think Chris Sale is done. That's my opinion.
You think so?
Yeah, I don't think he's ever gonna come back, man. He was.
Well, you suck. You
I do.
suck.
I do.
Yeah, because that
reality.
sucks. That would.
They were talking about him even in a reliever role.
That might be something. Yes, I believe he could succeed in that as a starting pitcher.
Like a setup man.
What makes you, Mike Casello? What makes you think that he's done? I kept seeing all these sort of positive reports.
But I've seen him before. This is after an even bigger injury, and every time he's ever come back from the small ones, he just keeps getting back on that disabled list. It doesn't matter. He's really small. He has no frame. He's just a tall, skinny dude he's getting older. And I don't know. The surgeries he's had, it seems they're lingering kind of issues. And I don't.
Well, I mean, you
Oh.
think about it, I go out and play catch with my kids. my fucking arm's junk for like 3 days.
You're not Chris Sale though. You can't even compare that. You know,
No, but I'm saying, like, I can't even imagine what these guys go through. Like, and
no,
obviously nowadays, I truly believe, like, they baby him, they're putting him on this pitch count and this and that. And it's like, if you look back at Nolan Ryan and like some of the legendary pitches, but it's like, I can't even imagine what they actually put their body through. Like, it's no joke.
Yeah, no doubt. I mean, it is what it is. He just, those tall guys always tend to run down at the end of their career too, in any sport, you know? Seems like that anyway. The bigger frame, and he's a tall, he's thrown way harder than he should have his entire career. I think he overthrew his entire career. And I don't know. It's just my opinion. I hope not, but I think we got a decent staff right now. Trade deadline's coming up. We might make some noise there too. You never know.
Yeah, I'm curious to see what they'll do.
They're in a good spot. They're definitely in a good spot. So, NBA Finals. You guys watch Game 1?
Yes, and
I watched half of game 1. Yep.
Yep.
and I don't know if you guys know this or any of the audience knows, but I am in Winston-Salem, where Chris Paul went to high school and then played in college. Believe me, that game was like, it was like the Red Sox winning, not a championship, but like winning a really key playoff game down here.
Yeah.
Everyone, no matter if they're a UNC fan, a Duke fan, a Wake fan, an NC State fan, whatever, everyone is just driving for the Suns because of Chris Paul. And I get it, and I'm totally with it. So I'm 100% on the Suns wagon. I mean, I'm shocked that they're there. I'm not saying that it's the best team in the NBA.
Yep.
You know what I mean? But they're fucking there. So I'm all in on the fucking Suns.
Suns in 4. All day long, man. All day long. That guy is, what a crazy thing to happen. Like Kevin talks about, like, phenomenon in sports, right? That's a fucking phenomenon. That guy turned into a superstar overnight in a fight that most of us would be in jail and have a record for it. That changed his life. He's a stud celebrity now. Like, that guy is going to be a millionaire, and it's awesome. I love shit like that. I mean,
No, I like how, you know, he grinded his whole career. He dealt with a lot of injuries and shit.
Chris Paul, yeah.
Yeah, he had apparently he made shitty deals apparently early and had shitty agents. I mean, he's still making tens of millions, but he chose his own destiny by going to Phoenix. Like, that wasn't anything anyone forced on him. He was like, okay.
No, because people counted him out. People said he was done 4 years ago.
Yeah, I know. Believe me, I know.
Yep.
And
we love it. And don't forget, CP doesn't have a championship, but he should. They blocked that NBA trade way back, and that would have been lights out. There was no way. I mean, nobody even still knows to this day how that trade got voided. For the Lakers with Shaq and Kobe.
I knew, it was the Lakers. I remember that bullshit.
And no one even knows how or why, but whatever. But he should already have ships. I think they get it this year. I think they actually sweep. I don't think the crowd's got Giannis's number. He's got shook this playoff series. I mean, this whole playoff run. He's been shook.
Well, game two will tell that tale, right?
That's tonight.
I mean, we gotta see if the Bucks come back, or Giannis in particular, or Middleton, or whatever, and all of a sudden it's, they win by 20.
Yep.
As opposed to losing by 15 or 20 or whatever it was. Then we get all antsy.
The Bucks find a way to win the championship. Chris Middleton is the MVP, and that is something that nobody could have ever predicted. I don't think. No, who wouldn't pick Giannis? And I mean,
no, everyone would. Everyone would.
No doubt.
Everyone.
No doubt. Middleton really, he blew. He stacked his paycheck, is what he's doing, because he's gonna be the MVP if they take. I don't think they're gonna take it down. But Suns in 4, baby. DeAndre Ayton, he was a monster of the series.
Oh, and Tom's, speaking of the Olympics, Tatum's getting a weird number 10, which was Kobe's number.
Yeah.
Yeah, I
Oh,
saw
that's-
that today. It was a Facebook link. Maybe you guys sent it to me. One
Yeah.
of you guys, maybe, or I shared it, and I saw that. Yeah, man. Okay, that's awesome. We're gonna beat the fuck out of everybody in the basketball. Did you realize that the Americans, didn't even make the 3x3? Did you see that there was this year basketball? It was 3-on-3. Our men's team didn't even make it.
No, I didn't see that.
Really?
Oh, it's fucking pathetic. It's fucking pathetic. How the fuck do we not have 3 of the best guys who aren't already on? Oh my God. Our women made it, and I'm going to watch every bit of that. So they smoked the shit out of Lithuania or whoever. But fuck, I was pissed. So there is this year, there's 3x3 basketball in the Olympics, and the US didn't qualify. How fucked up is that?
They should have sent the professor for man 1.
Dude,
Yeah,
they gave the name of the roster. I recognized one of them. And it wasn't anyone I ever thought was good. And I can't remember who he was. I'm like, oh yeah, that dickweed. I saw him once in college. Like, but we're not even gonna, us 3 could beat fucking Japan in 3-on-3 basketball. It's just ridiculous.
I mean, I can watch. I might be able to coach 3-on-3. That's about it. Not well, but no.
Well, they can send Joey Chestnut to an eating competition. He might win.
Oh my God! Give me some time.
76 hot dogs, bro.
Yeah, I'll tell you. This chatter, we could have the number 2 guy coming through to talk with us. I believe in the next few weeks, Jeffrey Espa. He's from Oxford, and I believe that pretty good. I'd love to talk to that dude. He went to he did an interview with Spectrum after this. It was awful. Like I don't know, they didn't really have any fun. It was just too stoned. So I think he's gonna come chat with us soon within the next few weeks. That'll be good. They do a lot of other stuff too, like different food circuits, not just hot dogs. So
Yeah,
number 2.
no. I love it.
He's supposedly the wing champion.
I think it's hilarious. They go from their hot dog eating thing to their chicken wing eating thing to their onion ring eating thing. Literally, it's like 5 pounds of fried chicken.
They used to have the fucking TV show on.
Yeah. Yep. Yeah.
They used to do fucking like man.
No.
I lost your volume. I lost the audio.
Oh, he shut himself out. Hold on. You back, Mike?
How about
Yeah, I'm back.
All right.
Hey,
Yeah, they used to do like the fucking dude who had like the face makeup, like fucking the Ultimate Warrior, like.
Yeah. Shout out to Randy Sentinel. He's a big eater too. I've always watched his stuff on YouTube. He can eat. A dude from down south. He's a beast. He rolls all around the country. I think it's not a good idea though, because the dude from Man vs. Food, I think he ended up with health problems. Like,
Well, I was just telling my kids because I was watching this video documentary type thing on him. He got like fucking like habanero pepper poisoning, dude. Like,
yeah.
yeah.
seriously, I ate 500 donuts
I'm sorry. wait.
today. Next
Hold on.
week, I'm gonna eat a gallon of
Hold on.
habaneros.
Oh, and
yeah,
Badlands Booker. He puts out a bunch of videos.
Oh yeah, that's right. We need the fact check team to see if habanero pepper poisoning is a thing. Can you get okay?
Oh,
Get
it
back to
definitely is, right?
I mean-
definitely people have choked to death, like their throat closes up, right? If you're like susceptible to that. I don't know if habanero is the.
Yeah,
is the
that's
pepper.
on a waiver.
It was like hot pepper poisoning, whatever the fuck it was.
I'm not
Yeah,
eating
like
anything.
the-
I gotta sign a waiver. If I gotta sign a waiver to eat something, I'm not. That's it. That's where my standards lie. How fucking low. So
Seriously.
yeah.
I'll eat 19 double Arby's specials with bacon, but I'm not gonna eat these fucking.
I can't talk. I threw up on like the teacups at Disney, so I can't fucking talk. Like,
fuck Arby's. You're gonna spend $25 anytime you go through that drive-through alone. And
Dude, how
Seriously.
fucking expensive is that place? Like,
fuck Arby's. They don't fucking endorse us. The only thing they have is horsey sauce. That's what they got over anyone else. That's it. Other than
and I
that-
steal every packet I can fucking when I'm in there.
Mike, I don't know.
No, it is funny. I go to Arby's once in a while, very rarely when I'm just in the mood, and I pull out of there with the same amount of food I would have gotten from the dollar menu at McDonald's for like $3.99. It's like that'll be $12.64, sir. I'm like, dude, it's 2 sandwiches and a drink.
Well, I was gonna say $12.64. Well, I can't get out of there for less than $17. I'm telling you, that is the number. I didn't just come up with that my whole life.
No, mine is always over $10, and I eat off the fucking small menu. Like, give me the classic, whatever.
Yeah.
But even
And-
now, I take my kids to McDonald's or whatever, and they all get Big Macs. So number ones, it's like $33, $34, bro. Like,
Oh yeah. Yep. No doubt. No, I don't mess with Arby's no more unless my credit's good, and it's not. So fuck it. I divide so.
Dude, that sucks, man.
Yeah, eat shit.
Don't put your hobbies on credit.
No,
Financial
no.
advice, I'm not a professional.
Exactly.
But just so you know.
Man, you need. I'm telling you, man. I'm not.
there's
gonna
only
die-
like one left on Earth nowadays.
Yeah.
Anyway, in
Yeah.
Ireland,
No.
you can't even fucking find them.
And you know what? It's not even roast beef. You don't know what that even is. You don't know what animal that meat comes from.
Dude, it is sliced so thin. I have literally looked at it and been able to like see through my rear view,
I read the fucking newspaper through it.
through my rear view mirror to see what was behind me.
Yep. Thanks. That'll be $34.99.
I know, but somehow the idea of it takes 2 minutes to get a beef and cheddar melt or whatever.
Yeah.
It sucks me in
Then
once
I
in a while.
heard the fucking tuna at fucking Subway isn't tuna.
Yeah, but who thought? Who fucking really thought that was? No
Right.
way. It is what it is.
What the
But
fuck is it?
it's fucking breadcrumbs and bullshit. That's the
Yeah.
next show. But
Breadcrumbs, 508 breadcrumbs and bullshit.
breadcrumbs and
Food
bullshit.
reviews by
Yeah. Come check out our fucking food pantry. Breadcrumbs and bullshit. We only have for the community. Yeah. That's it. I think, you know what? I think the real deal with Arby's is you got to get the cheese. And they caught on to that people aren't going to go there without the cheese, and they charge you extra. You're doubling up. I'm not getting curly fries.
Yeah, it becomes a deluxe or whatever when you add the cheese, which averages like $2 to the thing. So they advertise in their sign, $1.99 classics, and you pull in, you get a couple classics, thinking you're gonna pay $4.
$17.99 by the time you fucking get cheese and shit on your sandwich.
Yeah, it is. It's ridiculous.
You only got $8 on your debit card, and it comes out to $34.70. And you fucking, wow, I only ordered a fucking fry and a sandwich. I don't get it. But fuck
Yeah,
that. Fuck
they are
that food up
different.
together. They blow. Get
Fuck
a air fryer.
Arby's.
Yeah. Fuck Arby's, and they probably don't like Tim Tebow either. Fucking.
Okay.
Fuck Arby's.
That's it. Yeah.
Hey, I see Dave Kenny and Dan McCormick. Dan McCormick.
Yeah.
Are the guys you want to let in?
They're just in the audience, Tommy. They're just in the audience. They're watching the show go on.
All right. I was thinking we're hitting the hour point. I didn't want to leave them frozen out.
No, they're good. They're good.
No, Dan used to play fucking late night poker games after the fucking Blondie at my house on Lincoln Street.
Danny, yeah, he's he's in the shade. He's in the fucking shade right now. But listen, we can wrap it up. I know not much has gone on this week, so we can wrap it up for now. And
All right.
Thank you, guys.
Before we wrap it up, Mike, let's make it a little more formal that we're going to, or maybe not, we're going to try to put together a free fantasy football league for all our viewers and people who contribute, or, people who,
Yeah.
Kev, you guys, Dave, Dan, whatever, Mike,
yeah,
you guys.
we'll get it together. No doubt.
And We'll put it together. It's going to be first come, first serve, I guess. It'll be through Yahoo, 12-team league.
Oh,
Free for entry, small monetary prizes for winning. Not much, but you'll get something.
Yep.
You know, if you win, you're gonna get a few bucks. But we're what, a month away from doing that.
Yep.
So we'll figure out a way to sign up all 12. We can probably do that by next week, I guess.
Yeah.
I'm guessing most people will be joining in.
Yep, no doubt at all, man. We got plenty of time. We'll get it going next week. We'll give you the official details out there. I'll post it. And that's it, guys. So,
And also, one more thing. If your yard is fucked up, call Platt's Landscaping. Don't
yeah,
be a,
that's right.
don't be a dick.
Yep.
And like call somebody else. Platt's Landscaping, they're your peeps.
Yep.
They're
Yep.
stand, but they're willing to travel around surrounding towns. Their
Yep.
number will be available before and after this podcast, I think.
Yep.
So
Well,
make sure you do that.
like I said, go see Sarah too out in North Brookfield tomorrow, and check
Yep.
out Twitches and Barry. And I'll be there tomorrow. I'm getting a tea tomorrow. So, guys, thank you very much. Mike, always a
Thank you.
pleasure.
Well,
Thank all
thanks,
of you.
Mike, for joining us. Thanks a lot.
Much love to everybody. You guys have a good week.
You too, brother. Take it
You too.
easy, and we'll see you guys soon. Tommy, take it easy, my
Hey,
friend.
we off record?
I'll call you in a minute. We're getting off right now.
Gotcha.
I'll
Gotcha.
talk to you.